I'm losing friends over this, but it's like a genuine thing, and everyone hates me, and I don't know what to do. I'm overflowing with compassion here, and people are coming up to me, and it's like, no, there's no compassion on this train, V. There's just like vengeance, and I'm like, but why? Like, here's the thing, right? Like, let me explain my position first, and then you get to hate me, because I know, like, people hate me for this, but you know that chart where, like, you're fucking around, and you're finding out, and you're fucking around like a 5, and you find out the 5, and it's usually, like, proportional? In the case of Somali, he did fuck around. Like, he fucked around the 7, I would say, and he's fighting a 45 now. Like to me, it's like seeing a person that's being a cheeky little shit, and he gets smacked in the back of the head, and it's like, okay, well, he was a cheeky little shit, right? Like, he got smacked in the back of the head. But the guy falls down, trips, injures himself, and now there's like 6 dudes just kicking him, and then an eyeball pops out, and they're kicking him, and I'm like, okay, but like, when are they going to stop? Like, what I mean by this is that he is looking at around like 20, 25 years in prison if all the charges stick. And I would say, like, look, I would think like 2 years is enough. Like, don't get me wrong, because this is when a lot of people misconstrue me. I'm not saying that he shouldn't find out something. I'm not saying that 2 years in a Korean prison wouldn't be enough, right? It's just like maybe 20 years. Like, he didn't kill anyone, as far as I know, right? Like, he's not diddling kids. Like, he's not doing any of that. So, like, maybe like, we can lower the sentence a little bit. I don't know. Like, I'm overflowing with compassion, as I said, but like, the more I look into it, the more shit he's getting into. Apparently now he's being charged with terrorist charges. He is being charged with spreading North Korean propaganda. Like, to be honest, you start to wonder, like, does this guy actually belong in a prison or in a mental facility? Because I think, like, he needs to benefit from healthcare. His mind is sick. Like, what type of person? Like, when I found out, I said, I know this is a joke. Like, there is no fucking way he actually went into South Korea in order to play North Korean propaganda like that. But there is video of him. Like, there is video of him doing the Nazi salute with the thing. And you get why he's doing it, right? Like, he wants the clicks. He wants the ad revenue. And in my opinion, the people donating to him are part of the problem. Because they actually want to hurt this guy. Like, you can actually hurt the person by giving money to them, it seems. And the thing that really bothers me, I would say, is that he's not the worst. Like, that guy Mizu from UK, that is far worse than Johnny Somali. Like, that guy actually stole a person's dog, like, caused distress to a woman, broke into someone's house, tried to hijack a train. Like, that guy was actually disruptive. He was taking advantage of British culture, where you can't do racism, and he was going to people acting as if he has a knife, and then he was laughing at people because they were getting on edge, and it's like, you're such a racist, see, I didn't have a knife, I was just pretending. Like that guy, yeah, I would say that definitely fucked around more than Johnny Somali, and he didn't find out. So I guess it's possible you can fuck around the 7 and find out the 2. Like, he went on the Piers Morgan show, right? But seriously though, like, in the case of Mr. Somalia, I heard that he's now in conflict with YouTubers as well. Like, there's this anime lawyer that he got into conflict with. What is he doing? Now he can't leave the country, right? Like, so he can't leave South Korea. And he seems to be determined in pursuing his criminal activities. Like, he actually got in trouble with the Yakuza. He had people attack him on the street. Like, when you get to the point when you're next to a police officer, and some of the most polite people on earth, the Asians, they come up to you, like, one of the guys comes up to you, and he is thinking, all right, if I punch Johnny Somali, there's a police officer, so I will definitely get a fine or go to jail. But I get to punch Johnny Somali. Which one do I value more? And they're making, like, that assessment in their head, like like a cat that's trying to make a difficult jump, and they're, like, looking and calculating, and they're like, you know what, I'll punch him. It's like, you know that you piss people off so fucking much that you reach that level. Yeah, there was someone that was saying Japanese people are polite to a fault. and Korean people are polite to a point. And I think like he actually managed to do that. And there's like no one speaking for him. And maybe like this is why I feel empathy. It's like, yeah, I guess like 1 or 2 years in a prison for what he did. I mean, he did break laws, right? Like that's the reality of the situation. He did go into another country. He broke laws. 1 or 2 years would be enough. But like if you're putting him in prison for like 20 years with terrorist charges and with all of that, then just kick him out of the country. Just, 1, 2 years, kick him out of the country. I think it's like just way too much. I think he would learn his lesson. Do you guys think he would learn his lesson? You know what? If he goes to prison for 2 years and then goes to another country and he does the same, then I would have no compassion. Like no mercy. Sweep the holy shit, what if he comes to Romania? Oh my god. If he pulls shit like this here, the police would be the last of his worries. Because, like, in order to upset Romanians, you'd have to do... Like we actually don't get upset from many things, right? Like, we don't have, like, political correctness or stuff. Like, you can pretty much say whatever you want and record yourself doing whatever. The only thing that pisses Romanian off is anything that has to do with women or kids. So, like, if you bother women on the street, if you're bothering kids and stuff like that, then people get pissed off. And, again, then you would beg for the police to arrive. But other than that, like, no, I can't think of anything that you can do in my country that would be at the level of, going into Japan and talking like, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, we do it again. Or bothering female police officers in Israel. Yeah, I think actually that would get you in trouble in my country as well. Yeah, if you go around and you bother female police officers. Or any police officers. And then going into Korea and, like, disrespecting statues and shit. Yeah, like, in Romania, there's no equivalent for that. Like, you can disrespect any statue you want. You're not going to cause public outrage. I mean, you may get a fine. You may get a police officer that comes in for, like, defaming public property or not. But like, there's not a huge level of political correctness. There's not much that you can do to be a cheeky little shit. Except, like, as I mentioned before, like, bothering women or kids. Like, that is not okay almost in every Eastern European country. Yeah, the thing that he did, which I would say is the worst, was to bother that female Japanese streamer, Yokiko. I forgot her name. But he basically goes to a female Japanese streamer and starts saying stuff in order to get her banned from Twitch, and she starts crying. And apparently, like, she's a really nice, wholesome streamer as well. And that's, like, what I think, like, Johnny Somali got really hated. Like that was the thing that got people really pissed off at him. And now in South Korea, well, they do have, like, a very interesting culture that leans feminist. And he goes to this statue that's supposed to be commemorating the victims of sexual abuse done by, I think it was, like, Japan during the war. I may be wrong, but I think, like, that's what it represents, right? And you do it, and yeah, that pissed people off. And then playing North Korean oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, still, 20 years is a lot. I hope that Trump has another Victor Bout, like a Korea level of Victor Bout, so that they can trade for him. Because, yeah, he's in a lot of shit. And I don't think he's getting out. Like, I think the South Korean authorities are determined to make an example out of him. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.